You would still go by the old previous rules and you had to sacrifice one thing, what would you sacrifice? Would it be the taste, flavor, yield, or disease prevention? Which career path did you end up going instead?
Yeah, I end up with agriculture, not the doctor, but at least I am a plant doctor.
Yeah. So theoretically, you could make a mango that looks really sweet, but it's really spicy.
Difficult.
But it's possible.
But it's possible. Nothing is impossible.
Hi, I'm Pranjal Malik, a full-time high school student. I'm trying to learn from life journey from successful professionals from different fields and bringing their experiences to you. So let's take this walk together.
Hello, and thank you for making time for this little interview. So for everybody to know, who are you?
Yeah. Myself is Chinna. Everyone call me as Chinna. My name is Chinna Babu Muvva. The name was given because of my grandfather, whose name is the same. So, in recognition of him, they had given me the name. So, Chinna, and I am an agriculture research person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been working in agriculture research?
After my completion of during the university level itself, my selection is in agriculture. So almost 20 years I am in agriculture research. Yeah.
What do you research in agriculture?
It's like development of new varieties. It's not only the development of new varieties grown by the farmers actually. Also, they will have a set of traits like taste-related things, or disease-resistance-related things, or easy to grow. These kind of traits will be there. Yeah.
So, if you would research, can you make a fruit taste like another fruit or vegetable?
Flavor is possible sometimes. It's always possible, but when you have already tomato, why do you want a chili with the tomato taste? So, these kind of things will come into the picture, but consumer is the deciding factor. If consumer likes it, we always keep doing the experiments. Mm-hmm. If consumer likes it, then it becomes a market actually.
So, theoretically, you could make a mango that looks really sweet, but it's really spicy.
Difficult.
But it's possible.
But it's possible. Nothing is impossible. It is possible. But it's always in the research what is accepted, what is not accepted.
Yeah.
Because in mango germplasm, if you take, the spiciness is not available.
Mm-hmm.
You have to bring the gene construct behind mango gene pool, which we call nowadays GMOs and all these things. At the moment, we are not accepting it.
Yeah.
So it's difficult, but it is possible.
So before we get into the more interesting stuff, let's start from the beginning, your background in education. So how would you describe school in general, like the early days? Primary, kindergarten, if you remember.
My schooling is completely in village situations.
Okay.
I don't know how will be the town, how will be the cities. That time when I was kid, I never gone out of my village actually. So I have my friends. My friends are my classmates.
Yeah.
And my neighbors are my teachers. So it's a small village, and then whole schooling went in the village conditions.
So was it playful schooling that you would learn while playing around, or it was an open classroom?
No. Quite well constructed houses are there actually. I cannot say they are buildings. They are, olden days we have tiles on the top. Roof will be with the tiles actually. Still we have classrooms were there. Usually teachers like to teach sometimes under the tree also, to have a good ventilation or something. Yeah.
So how would you describe your studying style at the beginning of school? So when you were just getting introduced to taking, I assume you took tests or quizzes or something?
Generally, up to 7th class, we call up to 10th class is high school actually. Up to 7th class, the way of teaching, way of studying is different. After 7th is a bit different actually. Till 7th, yes, it's very happy learning, and quizzes will be there, and then there will be a lot of practicals will be there. I mean to say practicals means gardening works and all these things, these kind of things are there. But after 7th, from 8th onwards, the focus is more on studies, less on other things. So more studies during that time,
So at the beginning, before high school, how would you describe your studying style?
I'm actually a nocturnal guy. Everyone, till my university, everyone used to tell me, you are a nocturnal. It means that I don't know, I will not get the concentration to study something during daytime actually. So I just listen the classrooms, but once the desk starts 7 onwards, my actual reading starts actually, and it continues till night 1 o'clock or something. I like that time actually.
So how did you manage your sleep schedule?
Most of the people like to wake up in the early morning, but I don't wake up in the early morning now also, because early morning 2 hours sleep, like 4 to 6 or something, 2 hours sleep is equal to 4 hours sleep for me actually. It's a deep sleep time for me. So during that time, generally I won't keep any works. I will sleep, very deep sleep, and that is sufficient for me to manage.
So in high school, or even before high school, did you find it easy to make friends? Especially if they were your neighbor?
They're all the neighbors. Very easy to make the friends, because we are not by school, friends by village, neighbors, relatives.
So are there any secrets in doing well in school that you could tell us?
For me, actually, my father used to teach me in the home also. I have tuitions, but my father usually teaches me. But always he teaches me only one thing: the basics are most important. So that's the time where we can learn a lot of basics. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So these kind of basics actually is given more importance. The second thing is the nature of hard work. When some work is there, you should finish it. Don't postpone the works to next day or something like that. So finish up the things on the day itself. And if today some lesson is covered, make sure that by evening you refresh it by studying yourself. So these 3 things I used to do always actually.
Aside from studies, what did you do in your free time, or what did you do for having fun?
My fun is music. Even a lot of complaints from my neighborhood also, because I put bigger music and then I try to listen. I don't dance, but I try to listen. But that gives me a lot of pleasure actually. Music is first. Second is playing. Till 7th class, 8th I can say, I was studying. I was playing very vigorously actually. Cricket I used to play. I used to play shuttlecock. All these things.
So, do you play any instruments?
No. I didn't get the opportunity.
Any instrument that you would like to play if you could play it?
I never think of that one actually, because I love music, particularly the fast music. I love, but not specifically feel to.
So let's move on to your higher education, college and university. Which career path did you want to go to when you were in college?
Doctor. Since from my schooling itself, I have a passion towards to become a doctor actually. That may be the reason that I am more interested on science part actually, compared to mathematics actually. So that might have driven me to have an ambition to become a doctor actually.
So why did it drive you to be a doctor and not a scientist if you would like science?
Pardon? I didn't get it.
Why would your passion for science
Yeah.
drive you to being a doctor instead of actual science?
Right. The reason was actually biological systems, actually.
Oh, okay.
The systems of biology, and then I am more interested in population genetics, actually. How evolution came and all, and then organogenesis and all these things. I am much more interested, and that driven me something even not only that in my family background also some of the people suffered, and my grandmother has expired because of tuberculosis, and some of the things impacted me. Yeah, why can't I become a doctor? Yeah.
Which career path did you end up going instead?
Yeah, I end up with agriculture, not the doctor, but at least I am a plant doctor.
Yeah.
Not a human doctor.
Yeah, but you're still helping humanity as a species by providing food and next evolution in food instead of people.
Yeah.
Why did you choose going in agriculture instead of doctor?
Yeah.
Did you have any other path that you could take instead of it?
I tried a lot to become a doctor. Even I wasted in my career almost 1 year to study for a doctor to get maximum scores. There is a competition exam that I need to pass actually, and then I need to get the rank. That time the colleges were very less, but ambitious people are very high to become doctor. Probably I am unable to compete my fellow people, so I didn't get a chance to join as a doctor. But I got a chance to become a veterinary doctor.
Oh, okay.
But there is an impact from my parents that we are in agricultural farming. My father is a farmer. Basically, I like as a second subject as an agriculture, I like it. So because of that, I have rejected the option of veterinary doctor, and then I joined in agriculture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about university. It's a different place from where your higher previous education.
Yeah.
What changed in university?
The first thing is freedom. Freedom, because till my 10th and then plus 1, plus 2, it's a residential schooling system.
Okay.
You have to wake up, you have to read by this time, you have to attend by this time, these classes. All these things were there. Once I entered into university, it's freedom.
Yeah.
You are supposed to attend only during this time for the classes. Rest of the time, you decide yourself.
Yeah.
That is one thing I see the difference, but at the same time, you take your own decisions. What you behave, what you do, the things, what you want to become, and all these things. The decision-making power also with you. So these kind of two things I saw the change between high schooling to university. Yeah.
So was university difficult in essence?
It's not difficult. It's it is easy compared to your 10th class and all the things. But only thing is, we grow up by that time, more deviations will be there. I think mental deviations will be there. We'll have some kind of passions which needs to be fulfilled. Maybe more chatting with friends, going out and all these things, and then we waste our time actually. So because of that, it may be difficult, but in actual sense, it is easy. Yeah.
So you described that more freedom was fun. Was it fun?
It's fun, really. Yeah, it's fun. But as much as you allocate your time.
So did you still keep up with your hobbies at that point?
Music. Till now, I am keeping up my hobby. I listen to music actually. Yeah.
So studying you were good at studying in university?
Yeah.
Okay, so were you satisfied with all of the experience at university?
Not really actually, because my university is in two parts. One is a bachelor's degree, another one is a master's degree. During bachelor's degree, the place where I studied was, it's a very good college, but you have to stay in the hostel. In the hostel, actually, there will be always the student unions and then groups will be there.
Okay.
Maybe that has given me a learning opportunity to how to behave with others and then keep going without distracting from this student union fightings and all these things. That has given me a strong lessons in my life now also. If there is any politics going on or anything going on, how to be away from myself.
Yeah.
These kind of things really helped from my bachelor's degree. In master's degree, actually, it's completely different kind of environment. My focus was more on studies in my master's degree. I had become more and more polished person in master's degree, not in bachelor's degree. Yeah.
So you mostly enjoyed your university days. After university, the job, the place where you earn money. So where was your first job?
My first job was something, a tricky thing actually. Before I finished my MS, 2 months before itself, I got an opportunity to work in the Indian Institute of Horticulture Research.
Okay.
To work on horticultural crops. Actually, there is a chance that you do the research there.
Yeah.
Also, you can go for a PhD program, doctorate program.
Yeah.
So I joined there actually. Immediately I finished my MS, got the credentials, and then immediately joined there actually. But after joining, in the 2 months period, the central government has announced that research associates are the permanent employees of the projects. They cannot undergo PhD program.
Oh, okay.
So that way my door towards PhD was closed, but my research activities has continued in government sector.
Okay.
It's a more on basic research actually. Yeah.
So it was a tricky job. Did you like it?
I liked it because I am more towards research oriented. I am in the right place, so I liked it. Yeah.
So what was your basic responsibility as a worker?
Since from the beginning of my career, I was working in hot peppers. You might be knowing I am coming from a place near Guntur in Andhra Pradesh, where it's the place where chilies are grown.
Okay.
60% of the exports happen worldwide from that place actually.
Wow.
So I got an opportunity to work only on hot pepper for my research itself. So my basic research is on development of disease resistance to different viruses, and also some finish lines with cytoplasmic male sterility. These are the two things which are my research objectives at the time.
So how many years did you work there for?
I was there for 2 years actually. 2 years, and then it was good, but that's the time that I need to take the decision whether I have to continue in government or in private sector. The only difference between government and private sector in India that time when I was working, the government sector mainly focuses on basic research, but you don't bother whether it is reaching to the farmers or not. Commercial thinking is not there actually. Then I thought that I have to be in the commercial side, so I can develop something and then which will be adopted by the farmers. So then after 2 years I have taken the decision, I have to move towards private sector.
Private sector. So was the jump from public to private a huge difference, or?
There's a huge difference because the way you think, the way you do the things, your prioritization, focus is completely different.
Okay, so you quickly leave that company after 1.5 years to a new company, and that was? Syngenta.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break and we'll get right back to your story.
Sure.
And we're back. So let's go back to where you left off. So you just moved to Syngenta, and this is also the first time where you researched on hybrids.
Yeah.
So how was that for you?
In fact, in Syngenta, I got a very good opportunity to learn and also to work on basic research. Actually. When I joined, I got a opportunity to work both on green fresh type of hybrids
Okay.
or red dry kind of hybrids and also dual purpose kind of hybrids. So that time the main focus was two things actually.
Okay.
One is disease resistance, because always the viral issues on the plants is always burning topic actually. So that so disease resistance is one part, and second thing is the quality parameters.
Okay.
In plant system, the main problem is the more the work you are working towards disease resistance, you will be compromising with the yield, I mean final produce, and also the quality, because the genes what you get from the resistance genes always linked with bad traits. Taste will be poor, color will be poor, and all these things. So in the breeding phenomena, we have to break that linkages actually.
Okay.
So then that was a great assignment for me actually. I was successful, and I'm very happy that in my surroundings of my village, most of the farmers are growing my varieties, which I developed during Syngenta, and they are well accepted by the farming community.
That's a really good achievement, but this is just a fun question. If you would still go by the old previous rules and you had to sacrifice one thing, what would you sacrifice? Would it be the taste, I mean flavor, yield, or disease prevention?
Difficult question. Sometimes taste I may sacrifice, because the simple thing is when you go to the supermarket, when it is not available, your desired one, you can compromise with taste or something, but you should get that vegetable. That is most important. If yield is not there, even though taste is very good,
you can't get it anymore.
You cannot get it. And if you don't have disease resistance, you won't get the yield. So I can say taste wise, we can take a bit one step back actually.
So by the end of the day, when you're cooking it, you can always make it taste better somehow.
You can make it always.
So let's go back to your company. You moved from a relatively smaller company to a larger company. So were there some clear changes that you saw as soon as you transitioned?
The good thing is two things particularly what I had gone through is the focus. The focus on the research activities. The second thing is the digitalization. Whatever you do, the things it is digitalized, and then very easy retrieving the data, and then data-driven decision making, and these kind of things I liked. I learned also.
So, what would you advise a new student going to join a much larger corporation to just get used to it, or a smaller one where they have more responsibility?
Well, basically, you need to decide yourself your career path first of all. If you are moving towards private sector or government sector, actually, if you are moving more towards private sector, customer is first. What customer is thinking, you have to do. You do something and you give it to customer, they never accept. So private sector is completely driven by the customer satisfaction, and then customer driven activities. In the government sector, when I'm working in the government sector, its main focus is problems, pain points. And you come up with a solution for a problem or a pain point in anything of the research actually. And you won't see that whether it has the commercialization or someone is needing it or not, you never see it. You come up with a solution for a problem.
But what does the government do with that solution?
Basically, I can say these are all published. And then these private sectors and others and everything will have the access to the publishings, and then sometimes we'll be taking it as a basic research to build our research further on the basic research.
Are they allowed to take the publishing and then turn it for their own commercial use?
That is one thing lacking in the government sector. They do a lot of things, but the commercialization aspect is not clear.
Not clear.
Not
Okay.
clear.
I see. So, did you have more responsibility in this company than the previous company?
Definitely, because I have transformed my job roles were transformed during almost 11-12 years of my career in Syngenta. I entered as a breeder. I ended up with a manager actually in the end of my career in Syngenta. The main thing is the change is in the beginning it was more focused on research, and going ahead in the middle of my career is not only doing the research and also my reporting people. I have to teach them how to do the breeding and all the things. So team preparation, team making, collaborations with other departments and all these things. These are the things were peak in the middle of my career in Syngenta. And by the end, then I entered into the management actually to take care of whole breeding aspects. Yeah.
So, at this point, you weren't out of India. You never visited out of India, or have you gone out of India?
During Syngenta, sometimes I went to.
No, before Syngenta.
Before Syngenta, no.
So, when you went to Syngenta for the first time, you get to go out of countries to visit different market areas.
Yeah.
How was that? Was it an eye-opening experience?
Definitely. The main thing was the customs and taboos.
Okay.
It means that how to behave with other country people that I never exposed. If they say yes, what is the meaning of yes? All these things actually. And how to approach them and all these things. This was a difficult task for me actually. When I first time visiting different countries. Yeah.
Did you enjoy seeing the other countries?
Yeah, I enjoyed actually, but I never get an enjoyment by visiting the countries actually, because if I go to any ocean, to beaches or something, I never get any enjoyment. If I go to some temples and all these things, also I never get an enjoyment. Because as a tourister, I get very less enjoyment. But interacting with others, people interaction, I learn a lot of things. I enjoy it actually. Yeah.
So in October of 2015, you decide to leave Syngenta for Enza Zaden.
Yeah.
It's a significantly smaller company.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to make this change?
Significantly smaller company in what sense? That is always, I think, actually.
Yeah.
In what sense? Syngenta is a big company because their portfolio is very high. They have chemicals, they have seeds. Within seeds, they have field crops, vegetables. Yeah. So volume is very big. In that way, maybe employees are more, activities are more. In that way, the company is big. But Enza Zaden is focused on only vegetable seeds. When you talk about vegetable seeds, and if you compare Syngenta's vegetable and then Enza Zaden's vegetable, we are competing with Enza.
Yeah.
So within vegetables, it's a big business.
Yes.
So in that way, if I compare 82 years of background with Enza Zaden, compared to Syngenta, the background of the history of the company is very big than Syngenta. So that way I can say it is equally a big company when it comes to a portfolio actually. Yeah.
So you already described why you moved to. Did it live up to all the expectations when you got here?
Definitely, more than 100%. I can say. Yeah.
Did you still get to manage? Did you still get to do research, or were you more focusing on managing other people doing research?
Well, research is part of part of life right now also, because at that time, whatever the thoughts or thinkings comes to my mind, I used to do on my own. But now, this comes in a strategy. As a R&D head, whatever ideas, whatever the things, whatever experience I have, all these things comes in a part of strategy. This strategy has to be driven by the breeders. So, one is we have to prepare the strategy. Second thing is we have to bring the responsibility among the team to fulfill the strategy actually. So that is an R&D. So research is a part of my work right now also.
you really enjoy research, and that just adds to your experience at this company.
Yeah.
What's one change you really look forward to when you were moving here?
The main change when I come to Enza Zaden is actually the culture actually.
Okay.
The culture of the company, all these things actually. When I was working in India in Syngenta, I know I'm working only with the Indians actually, much more, 80%, 90% of my time. But after coming to Enza Zaden, one thing is I am coming and working in a new company. I have to understand the company's culture, one thing. And second thing is it's a new establishment in Southeast Asia. And whatever you do it here, we have to do it for the future actually.
Yes.
Stepping stones. Here, I don't say I will say we. Because it is not possible alone by myself actually. Okay, I can work in R&D, but this is connected with the whole organization. So with my fellow colleagues and all the people, we are doing well in building the organization.
Is there something you missed from the previous company?
Yeah, one thing I missed is the thinking on the digitalization actually. Because the digitalization activities are very high, very fast in Syngenta. Maybe it is due to their focus on many portfolios. It is their need actually. But here in Enza Zaden, our portfolio is only for vegetables. We are digitalized, but not at the higher level actually. So probably we are making our steps towards it right now. Because our current strategy is for more road to digitalization. That is going on right now. Yeah.
Okay, so in the middle, you went to Africa to do something.
Yeah.
So would you like to share about it?
I have a big pressure from my family actually, because we have a family-run business on prawn culture and prawn export. So I have a big pressure that why can't you come and join our business, family-run business. It is coming from my wife's side, not my parents' side actually. So during that time, I asked Syngenta that I have some compulsions. I have to go back to my family to take care, to do something like that. So I got a permission from them that I can leave the company, but still I will be on the role of Syngenta without pay. Without pay. So still I was the employee of Syngenta, but without pay. I went to Africa to start the feasibility of running the business, particularly the prawn culture in Africa. Because we have processing units and everything in India, so we can cultivate the things there and then bring the prawns to India to do the processing and then re-export back to different countries. So during that time, I went to Africa 1 year. I was there actually during 2011.
So what about now? Is it still doing?
It is very difficult to do it there because a lot of things are there. Because the government side aspects are there, people side aspects are there, technology availability is an issue. So I was not successful there because. Even if you develop a ponds to do the prawn culture, there is no guarantee that tomorrow some villagers will come and then occupy the things. Then you don't get a legally occupancy actually. So I felt a lot of things difficult, electricity issues, water issues and all these things. Then I thought that this is not the time to do it there. So maybe still the place has to develop further, then we can come back and do the things. So I wind up the things and then I came back actually.
So are you planning to go back and try another?
No. I don't have any plans because I confirmedly told to my family that I'm a research oriented person. I may not feeling comfortable in doing these kind of things. So they understand me very well. And my wife has supported me, so I came back to research.
That's good. So I'm gonna wrap this interview with just a couple of questions. So you have a background of teaching time management, or being
Um, Teaching time management. Not it's not a background or something like that. I learned, I can say, because this is one of the aspect I learned in Enza Zaden, actually, I can say. Before that, I have a stretched research, stretched way of working. You have enough time to work and all these things. When I joined in Enza, it's a growing organization. In Southeast Asia, when we started our business, it's a new entity. Already 30-40 years of experience is there for all other companies. So to reach their position, we have to run very fast. So we don't have stretched targets. We have all compact targets, and we have to run 5 years with a speed of 10 years or something. This aspect of time management has helped me a lot. And still I'm not a master in that, but still I have got a lot of insights on how to do the time management. Yeah.
So do you have any tips for high school students on time management?
Yeah, for me actually what I learned here is you plan your day.
Okay.
And you have to follow the calendar. So I actively use my calendar, and also I prioritize the task accordingly, and the day will start with the planning. So by evening, a lot of deviations will be there. A lot of pressures will be there. Oh, we want this one, we want that one, we want that one. But you have the time is very this one. Nowadays, I learned that it is not possible to do it today. I can do it by tomorrow. I can do it by this time.
Okay.
So I will assign the time. I will plan the works. So then I will keep working.
So
So here prioritization comes first.
Okay.
So I do prioritize the works. And then I will give the first importance for the business importance. What is most important for the business? Even if the work is assigned today or 10 days back or whatever it may be, if it is business important thing, I will work on that first. That's my priority. The rest of the things, like urgent work, not important.
Okay.
And important work, not urgent. Based on that, some of the tasks I will be delegating to the team, but now I have the more team actually. I started delegating some of the tasks to them and get it done from them. But important and urgent tasks will be done by me.
Okay.
Like that.
So if you had a time machine and you could relive any moment, what moment would it be?
I still like. I'm missing also my days when I was kid actually, my childhood days. I used to go to the farming actually with my parents actually. They do, because my father used to grow both hot peppers and also cotton. It's a 6 months crop, and every day spraying will be there, every day fertilizer application will be there, every day picking of the fruits will be there. So I used to go to the field. I will have my own basket or bag, and then I pick the cotton or I pick the chilies. And then what I liked is, I don't know the works. I was just doing it what my parents were doing. But I like is afternoon times, because all the workers and whole parents and everyone will sit around. My mother used to feed all the people, and then we don't have plates, we don't have glasses and all these things. We used to eat the food in the hands.
Okay.
So we get the food like this, and then we used to eat like this. I like that. And then water. We don't have mineral water that time. We used to drink the water in the tank. And there will be a small tank of water, rainwater collection. And then we used to drink directly. I never faced any cold or any infections or anything that time. But now we get everything. So I like that. And then I want to be also, maybe my planning is like this. My future plan is like this. If at all I decide that I have to stop working on something, and now I decided that I don't work for any other company, I will go back to farming in my village.
Okay.
That's my planning actually.
So How much of your percentage of success would you say is to luck, and how much of it is on skill?
Yeah, my definition towards luck is just to say luck, I can say luck.
Okay.
But my definition is only 10% or something. That too, it depends on how you are connected with your superior or with your fellow people and all these things. If you are good with all the people, and then your luck will be fulfilled.
Okay.
The 10% will be fulfilled. If you are not good with the people, then your luck will not work.
Yeah.
That itself, my definition in the luck is how you are collaborative, how you are good with your fellow people. Then that 10% will work. But 80 to 90%, 90% I can say, your skill and your hard work. These are the only two things. Because there is no shortcuts.
Yeah.
Today, you may be good with someone, with your people, then their favoritism will come in the process of luck.
Yeah.
But that is not sustainable. That's not sustainable.
Thank you for your time, and thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.